Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Warning.
You are now tuned in.
Do you mess with my song?
Okay, we're live.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Y'all know what time it is, man. Let's go in. Hey, this is Face the Music, where we take the music, break it down, turn around a different take on the music. We gon' clown down and act the fool, some stupid. So happy, Charlie Trouble, this how we do it.
Hey.
Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
We start the new year off with the
Some
Dirty
shit
Uncle.
never
Yeah.
changes.
Bunch of niggas on this motherfucker right
Shut up.
All right, come on.
now. One of y'all
America.
posted some nudes or something?
Welcome to Face the
the
Music,
Music.
the show where we take your favorite song lyrics,
What we do?
break them shits down,
Yeah, what?
throw them back in your face,
Pew, pew.
and make you face the music. Now, see,
like
that's
that.
a good sound to see. Why haven't you been? New year,
He got
new
tired-
us.
he got
Thank
tired of
you
my
for
pew
bringing- Thank you for
I
doing
wanted
something
to do that
different.
while she did the pum pum.
Sweet.
He's like the
Something
dude
new
off
for
of new.
2023. America. Happy New Year to y'all motherfuckers.
Happy New Year!
Face the Music's first show in 2023.
We made it, y'all.
New year, new us.
New hair.
But I guarantee you, the fuckery's gonna stay the same.
No, we're gonna be very mature this year.
You're a goddamn lie.
Why are you shaking your head? Look
Anyway.
at Trouble's being mature already.
Me?
Yes.
So in the building.
He gonna laugh.
To my right, we have,
It's your girl, Miss Happy. You already know.
and sitting in his incorrect seat as usual, across the table from me is
The most famous seat filler in the motherfucking on the planet of Earth is your boy Trouble.
Trouble in the middle. Where he at?
Man,
In the
I'm
middle.
telling you. Usually, that's usually how it works.
and America. I just checked. Rest assured, Mark is still black.
Black Mark.
What up, though?
Man, what the hell? What's happening? Shit, I didn't know what the hell was going on there right there. I'm good, man. I'm good. Shit.
Yo, everybody bring the new year in cool. Do
Yeah,
something slick,
safe.
sweet.
You know, I
Man.
ain't getting in no trouble. You know, ain't no trouble getting to me.
Wow. There are so many fucking
Yeah, that could have been
ways
misinterpreted
I
so
can
many
go
different ways.
with
That's why-
that. America, we just gonna move
Just gotta
on
giggle
by
out
that. We just gonna move right on by that one. Oh, happy with the zinger.
Shit with the zinger.
I brought the new year in. Shout out Carmen Miller Music, because did her thing at Fishbones West. She sang us into the new year. And y'all want to know the best part about 2023 already?
What's that?
At 12 o'clock on the dot,
He was in the drop top cruising the streets.
don't have a drop top, and cruising the streets at 12 midnight in Detroit
Yes,
Oh,
of
New
course.
Year's
is
probably not a
a
good idea.
recipe for
Suicidal.
disaster.
Suicidal.
But
yeah.
nah, Ohio State lost.
Yeah.
12 o'clock on the dot. I was listening to my cousin sing and watching them miss a field goal at the same damn time. I couldn't have had a better way to bring in a fucking new year. Fuck the Buckeyes.
Man.
Hate them
wow.
guys.
That's how you feel.
Also,
I didn't even know college football was still on.
Yeah.
I thought after Michigan beat them, that was in my mind. That was a Super Bowl.
It might as well have been.
I started watching college football after that.
Because they got to the
I
college
know.
playoffs. Speaking of them,
Yeah.
they got to the college playoffs and played like a bunch of bitches.
Oh.
Hey, that's how I beat
Someone's
them.
angry.
And that's
Yeah,
like,
they lost me money.
I was about
they
to
lost
say
to
you
some
lost
lame
money.
ass niggas too. That's equivalent to like getting the that super bad bitch that you always wanted, but you fucked the ugly girl first and you gave her the good one. You just kind of came up short with the bad bitch because they
That-
went
that
crazy
is-
against Ohio State.
that
They
is
gave
a
Ohio State the business.
Horrible fucking analogy, but I get your point.
Who was the niggas they lost to? I don't even know.
TCU
Oh
was
yeah,
dope.
the horned frogs.
Yeah, the motherfuckers dope.
The
and
horned frogs.
They not the horny frogs, Happy.
The horned
Before you
frogs.
even say
No,
that.
I
lost
was
to the
not
horned
gonna say
frogs.
that.
I'm not so sure.
What up, though, Ballroom Dre? How you doing?
But no, man, yeah, New Year's
And
was
everybody else
smooth.
that's watching.
Well, I guess right now we can just jump right into it.
We gonna
As
dive
far
into
as far as current events go,
Oh yes.
let's just be real prayerful right now for
Yeah.
DeMar Hamlin.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody saw Monday Night Football last night, but that shit was disturbing. I mean, prayers up for this young brother and his family, man, because
sure.
I know everybody in his family, their collective heart stopped to see that brother just collapse the way that he did.
My God.
As far as we all know, he's in stable but critical condition. And I just hope he's okay, man. To all y'all diehard sports fans, it's in moments like this. I got a little amped about Ohio State, Michigan, but it's in moments like this that I can honestly say, fuck football. There's some things that are just more important in life. Just remember that football, basketball, they're just games. But these are real people with real families and real life situations going on. So those are the things that we probably need to be considering when we thinking about what we saw last night. Anything else new in the world going on that y'all know about?
Man, I had another new addition to the family.
Sweet.
My little nephew.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a great nephew up in the house.
A great nephew.
Mm-hmm.
You
Made
a great
yourself sound
you a great
old as
auntie?
Oh, damn.
Yeah?
I am a great
You up
auntie.
there?
I mean, via marriage, but still, I'm a great auntie.
That's crazy.
Hey, well, congrats.
Kids out
Welcome
here
to the
fucking.
world.
So I don't know if y'all seen this story that I published on the website in regards to
Yeah.
the brother
That-
Timothy Coles.
Tell me about it.
So this brother rented a house. He began to rent a
Oh,
house
the landlord
in
joint you
September.
was telling me about.
Yeah, in September, and he got wind of some suspicious energy in the house. Let's say it like that.
Right.
And he got I don't know what's a Bluetooth detector or some shit, a Wi-Fi detector or some shit like that. And long story short, he ended up discovering over 20 hidden cameras, Bluetooth devices, and camera
hell no.
light bulbs in his house that was installed by the landlord. Okay, so he, his wife, and his kids live there in the house. And these are cameras that are, like I said, in the TVs, in the bathroom mirrors, all of these.
So
every
that
area of the
means
house.
that this dude done went in there after they moved in and installed it. This is not like it was something that was there before they got there.
Possibly, it was.
Unless it was
possibly
one of them
he-
furnished
he
houses.
He tore the house. He found cords and ended up tearing drywall out of the house, finding cords and finding more shit and more shit and more shit.
Wow.
And yeah, the house is like tore up at this point because he got walls ripped out and mirrors ripped down, cabinets pulled down off the wall and all kind of shit, and just
That's
finding
crazy.
cameras and Bluetooth record devices all over the house.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
man.
crazy and scary.
There's a movie like that. Was
Yeah,
that
it was.
16
Yeah,
cameras?
yeah.
Some
Yeah,
cameras.
where the security guard can look in everybody in the apartment complex. I know the movie you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
I forget
And
the
that's
name
on
of it, but
7 and
yeah.
Evergreen on the west side of Detroit.
Wow,
Wow.
Also, Detroit nigga doing some weird shit like that.
wow, that is super weird.
But see, if
Legacy
it's one
flavor.
instance like that, we know that it's probably few, if not many more.
I mean, that's a super duper extreme, but we on several occasions you've heard about landlords who go into your crib, without asking and doing all types of weird shit. That's happened a lot. And I've
should
heard
be able
that
to kill
type
a
of
niggas.
story.
I
Well,
feel
I mean,
like you
it's
should be able to kill a
trespassing.
person
Wait,
like that. I'm
wait,
just
wait.
saying, like a person invade your privacy like that, you should be able to murk that motherfucker. I ain't
No,
gonna lie
you
to
can't just murder
just murder 'em. Can't just
somebody.
murder 'em.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
he's-
That's
He
crazy.
wanted-
That
he
you
wanted
got
to
20
murder.
cameras in my crib. You
And-
didn't see
and
me
my-
naked, my girl naked, my kids, and everybody.
And ain't no
just
telling
hollering
what you're
and-
doing
He
with
said,
that
"Man,
footage."
You watching me fucking and
Man.
shit,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean?
Absolutely, and ain't no
And
telling what he does.
that's
with the
why
footage
just the
is
light
what kills
shit.
me.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man.
So I hope this dude. I hope my
Hope he
man
do
sue
some
him for a
time.
bag of money.
Probably gonna
That's
end
why
up
I
getting
said
that
he ain't
house
gonna
out
get
of
no
it.
time. Probably might get. They gonna give like knowing the justice system. He gonna probably get 2 years.
He gonna lose the
He gonna
house.
get out in 6 months on time
Well, see,
served, good behavior.
The thing is, I don't know if what he did is actually criminal.
It's
Now,
gotta
from
be.
I don't know if it is. It's his house, but the fact that he had this stuff
There have to be some type of
installed,
renter's
there has to be some recourse. I'm sure it's probably civil.
So the best I was gonna say is a civil suit. Yeah.
Dude is probably gonna
What's
get a
that, Mr.
bag of
Moore
money
support?
for that, and he deserves it.
Yeah,
'Cause
my
that's
man's need his
crazy.
ass beat. He
That's
get he get it
traumatic.
all back from me because he gonna sue me for assault.
Oh,
you know what I
Lord.
mean? Shortly after,
It's
shortly
crazy.
thereafter, I'm gonna beat
And
the
the
fuck
reason
out of
why
him.
your name is Trouble.
Man,
Shit.
that nigga gonna get punished.
But you know what? We Trouble is not gonna do that. You know why? Because it's a new year.
Yeah,
It's a new us.
yeah.
It's 2023.
New
and-
year.
Some stuff is still gonna
Look,
be
new
old.
year, new us, same old hands. Beat the fuck out that nigga. Beat the
you know
fuck
what?
out of that nigga 2 times.
That's the topic though.
Double tap.
That's a good segue for us to go. The topic this week: New Year, New You. Now I know everybody's heard that saying. It's cliche as fuck, and more times than not, don't shit change just because it hit 12 o'clock. We know this.
Right.
But for today's show, we gonna front and flage like we finna change some shit. And the Face the Music song of the week for our first show in 2023, A New Day by Aunt Patty.
Auntie Patty.
Patty.
Patty Pass. Patty Pass.
Patty LaBelle. And Happy suggested this topic, and when she suggested it, I got to thinking.
Oh Lord.
I was like, yeah, that's always a bad idea.
Yeah.
I was like, that's some bullshit. We could do better than that. But then I actually got to thinking about it. I was like, you know what? This is actually something to contemplate. America, did you make your resolutions this year? Did y'all, say, I'm going to do more of this or less of this? Did you?
I personally didn't.
Well, we here at Face the Music are going to start our own gambling ring. We're taking over-unders on how long it's going to take y'all to break y'all New Year's resolutions.
Some have already been broken.
I bet.
Yeah. It's the third day, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's January 3rd, and some of you niggas done already broke your shit.
Yeah.
I have. I know I did.
Some of y'all was gonna stop smoking. I'm gonna stop smoking this year. You on
Went-
your 5th pack.
Right. Got to work on January 2nd. Boss said some out of the way shit to you. This motherfucker.
Yeah.
He got one more time, which is the universal sign for I ain't gonna do shit.
Right.
But let's get to this before I even. You know what? No. Let's start with lyrics for the song.
Lyrics for the song.
New Day, Patti LaBelle lyrics. It's a cool song. It's real positive and all. It gives you a good feeling if you go listen to it. So hit your streaming services, whatever they might be. Take a listen to it.
It's a new day.
Here's where it starts out. Seems my life is finally coming together. Feels so good. Don't think I've ever been better. It's clear to me my future will bring the peace I've been longing for is mine forevermore. It's a new day.
It's a new
Open my eyes,
day.
my path is clearer.
Open my eyes, my path is clearer.
Go ahead, get it.
New day.
Push ahead till my goal is nearer.
New
Spread
day.
my wings.
Spread my wings.
Why do I
Doing
feel like
things
I'm
my way.
doing praise dance in church?
It's a new day.
All right. So yeah, that's where we at with it. We're trying to start off on a new leaf this year, and we just want to know.
Who's trying to start off on new leaf?
Well, that's what we all trying to do, right?
No.
New year, new. No.
Nah.
No.
Same old stuff, different.
Fuck
year.
'em.
Fuck them.
Well, see, here's the thing, right? If you know, well, I don't want to get all deep, but I have to and shit.
Uh-oh.
Because like this is technically not the
Oh, here you
beginning
go.
of the new year.
Oh,
All
here
right.
we
So
go.
as far as the Gregorian calendar, it is, but
Well, I mean, as far as our culture, you know what I mean, where everything begins when the flowers bloom, when the weather breaks and all of that type of shit. But you know that what we're celebrating is actually another pagan holiday.
I get it.
We're talking about the Greek god of Janus.
Yeah, the
You know about that?
Gregorian
Janus.
and the Gregorian calendar.
I love Janice.
And how you worship
sound like a
Janus
slut.
and how you work.
Wow.
Janice had a big butt.
No, Janus was a man.
And then look, then they gonna put the picture up at the
what I
fucker.
did, yeah,
You should have put the picture up first.
Yeah, I did, and it was up when you said it. And shit. That's
delayed.
The crazy part.
It's delayed. It's delayed.
So Janus frequently symbolized change and transition, such as progress from past to future, from one condition to another, from young to old, and all of that. So that's why we celebrate New Year's with the New Year's resolution, because that's the ritual that you do to celebrate Janus.
Got it. And as far as we're
I don't even know
concerned,
that
the calendar, the more cultural calendar that is adept to us, the New Year starts what, March 25th?
Yeah, man. When
Hello,
the,
Joe
when the sun
Channing.
come out, it's all cold, you know.
Happy
Yeah.
New Year.
Nothing new can be birthed right now.
Yeah,
It's
and
cold.
then, you know,
It's
then you
cold
go
and
back to
stuff.
Christmas and the winter solstice, and yeah, get it, got it. But
Water getting is good.
let's try this shit anyway. Let's see how far fucking left this is going to go today.
Well, my New Year's begins on my birthday. That's my official
Yeah,
New
that
Year.
was another thing I was gonna say. Our New Year's, our personal New Year's is our birthday.
Got it.
I just
Also
wanted to
makes
add that.
sense.
I just wanted to add that.
Also makes sense.
So-
And I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it. So whoever,
But I just like, as far as like on real shit, like as far as the New Year's resolution and shit, like y'all said, like I'm not really into it because like it doesn't take me to get to this day to make the
any
determination.
changes.
To say,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna make sure I do it this day, you know, because everybody else is doing it right now. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not gonna put that pressure on
Pressure on
myself
yourself.
to live up to it. You know what I mean? Not to say that I wouldn't do it or won't, but it's
Sure.
nothing special about that day. It's, you know,
and whenever you decide to make that change, that's the new day.
it just
So
when, it just when I feel like doing it.
I ain't mad at that. Let's go to like this then, since y'all done completely fucked up the topic.
No, we did not. No, we didn't, because we can still ask the question.
Yeah,
For
and
one, do you
Yeah,
believe?
that
in
was
your-
the answer to our question.
That's
That
an
was our
answer to
opinion.
your question.
Yeah, I'm not
Trouble?
mad at it.
Do you believe in New Year's resolution? Do you do that
No.
or no?
I've never ever had a New Year's resolution a day in my life.
He
I
said
do
a day in my life.
a day in my life, whether on
Never.
either either calendar. But I do believe in setting personal goals for myself and like elevate myself, you know, reaching different levels of maturity and shit like that. And,
Sure.
I be having them little day breaks and shit. You know, I recently had one. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna do more of this. I'm gonna do less of this. I'm gonna do more of this, do less of that. But never
And that should
nothing.
be-
I've
yeah.
never
Doesn't have-
been one of
that
the.
should be
Okay, so
daily.
it
doesn't
don't
have to
matter whether
be-
it's December 31st
right, whenever
or
it is.
January
Yeah.
1st for me. Yeah.
And that's fair. So all right, so we'll frame it that way. Regardless of the day, let's get to the first thing, and you just sort of touched on it. From one point in time to the next, name something. Give me something that you're going to stop doing, that you'd resolve to stop doing.
I resolved to stop doing. I gotta stop doing something. Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
but you know what? Oh, for real though. Toward the end of the year, I just really felt the need for my spirit to be cleansed of any bitterness and resentment. I got asked a question. I didn't personally get asked this question. It was a question that was posed on one of the social media sites, and it said, if you're honest with yourself, what is it? What exactly can you pinpoint that has been holding you back personally? And when I really thought about it, and it's past hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
either people that's hurt me, things that's gone wrong, and I've held it in. And we all have different things that we
Sure.
still are resentful about, or just still harboring those feelings. So that's one of the things I want to let go of, and I want to stop doing.
All right. Well, let me. How do you think you can, like, logistically? How can you do that? Because
Well-
that's something that exists in the mind.
Well, you know what? You have to understand when it comes up, because a lot of things we don't realize that we still harbor these feelings until somebody says something that triggers us. Mm-hmm. You have to, at that point, realize and admit and come to a realization that, okay, I still feel like this. Mm-hmm. And I need to let this go. Once you realize that, it's that healing process.
Shit.
There you go.
And that's why on the last show when I was like, I said, I don't know any healed black people. I've never met a single healed soul in my fucking life. I don't think it exists. Some people pretend and they like to just throw that word around a lot because they like to use the word heal and the word toxic a lot. But I don't know anyone healed.
Well, the thing about healing is, like, literally, if I cut you right now, you'll bleed, you'll mend, you'll heal up, but there's going to be a scar there.
Exactly.
So when you say that nobody's actually healed, I get it, because I agree with it.
We still
but
carry those scars.
that doesn't mean
100%
mean that the wound is still open. You're never going to be the same. But
like you said, that scar tissue is really all the fuck it is an inside out wound. Yeah, that motherfucker's still a wound on the inside.
But the thing is, sure. But the thing is, with it, how it heals, how much of a scar it leaves. Yeah. Some things. Yeah. You get cut deep enough, it's never gonna heal. It'll always bleed.
You have to. Yeah, but see,
but this is the thing. It's culturally against what we were taught when it comes to healing. Like you, and I could give you an example, like how back in the days when people used to protest and march, and they used to just turn the other cheek and don't do this and don't do that and don't give in to da da da. That's not necessarily healing. Like, we as people know how to cope with shit. Like, we cope with shit.
Yeah,
we don't necessarily heal. We don't know how to properly heal. No one has ever taught us how to properly heal. You know what I'm saying? And then
I'm not gonna say we don't.
Resources.
I'm not gonna say that we don't know how to properly heal. I'm gonna say that we don't know how to properly move on. And I
think
that's
the same thing.
No, I don't think it's the same thing.
That's the same thing.
In order to heal,
took it and spent it and spanked it.
Nah,
and
I don't think it's
the same
the
shit.
No, I don't think it's the same thing.
I think between the both of you, what you're saying, you don't know how to move on, goes to what you were talking about as far as the scar. You know, you guys talking about the scar. Some people actually sit up and pick at their scars, and they don't let it go as far as what he's saying. Scabs. Right, but what happens is it makes the scar worse.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? You never let that go, and you're constantly bringing that up. So there is a time where you have to move on, but the only time you can be able to move on is what I was saying. You have to
let go.
You have to let go, and you have to admit this shit hurts.
Right,
this
but you
hurts.
can't move on if you don't let go.
Yeah, if you don't let go.
And that's what I'm saying. That's where the glitch in the matrix is. It's like that part. Like, we all understand what healing is and what it should be. It's just that nobody does it. Nobody properly heals, because we were all taught since we were little bitty kids to be strong, especially boys. Don't cry, be strong, always be strong. Like, it was never any time or space or room to heal. It wasn't. You're not allowed to. Life moves so quick. You don't have time to sit around and be sad about some shit and get over it. You gotta fucking just put a Band-Aid on that shit, get up, shake yourself off, wipe yourself off.
Here's how you get the change, because we're sitting here and we know that. We've had several conversations on this show where we made that known, and that's common knowledge, right?
Right.
So if we know that,
but we don't know how to
but you can actually start to try to move in a direction. You know what you know. I do.
Right. That's what white people say about slavery. Just get over it.
I'm not saying get over it.
You know it's not here anymore, guys. So just go ahead.
I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is if you can recognize the first step in doing anything is recognizing that there's an issue.
There's an issue. That's what I'm saying.
We recognize year in and year out that there's an issue. So now, okay, next thing to do, try to, as we say, heal in all the contents that we brought forth. The other thing that really, you said something that really sort of kind of makes it interesting, is you don't know a lot of times until the situation comes up again.
Yeah. So something can happen and it triggers that.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like anxiety. And I didn't realize I still had an issue as far as driving in the car after my car accident. until
Until
it was something that happened, and the next thing I
start
know, I
getting
had
nervous.
I had a whole anxiety
And
attack.
how the fuck do you heal from some shit like that? There are things you just cannot heal from.
But it got better with time.
Yeah.
However,
You got better at coping with it.
I'm also
You
well.
got better
Here's the
at
thing
coping
that
with
I
your
would
shit.
say: the method, as far as energy goes, in my opinion, the method that's gonna get you to a point where you do heal from it is you gonna wind up facing
you gotta face that
situations
demon.
that are going to
You gotta face the
trigger.
music.
You gotta
Nigga gotta
face
go
the music.
180 down the line.
Come on,
and just smack
come on.
something.
You gotta face the
Bow, and then you gonna be like, all right, I
Way
know I
to
ain't
go,
supposed to die
way
in
to
a car
go,
accident.
Mark.
You like that?
I
Way
love
to plug
it.
that in there.
Yeah,
Good
you
job.
gotta face the music, and that's true. You gotta hit it head on.
The wall.
because
The shoulder or something, bounce
yeah,
off
you
something.
do. Because a lot of times we don't even realize we're dealing with inner trauma until it
Yeah.
comes up, and it's nothing wrong with you. And a lot of times people feel like it's something wrong with me. I'm messed up. You're not messed up. You just have inner trauma that you have to deal with. And that's okay. Everybody has it.
Facts.
You're not alone. And we have to be, especially in the black community. I don't want to make it a black and white thing.
Hell
but I'm
yeah.
going to speak to us. We, like you said, we have been taught to cope with so much since slavery.
Yeah,
You can
motherfuckers
imagine a
programmed.
lot of things that people dealt with that they had to still go out and still work after seeing their mom raped or after their child got snatched from them. You know what I'm saying? Right out their arms after giving birth. That's traumatic. But we've been taught to keep carrying on. So we can't look at ourselves like we're damaged or something's wrong with us. Understand that there's trauma that you just have to deal with. And when
Yeah.
it comes up, be okay with dealing with it.
No,
And
it's okay for us to look at ourselves as damaged. I mean, because we've been conditioned into that. That's what you're talking about. It's not our fault that we're that way. Maybe that's what you're saying, right?
Right.
But at the same time, we are still, we are in a situation that requires fixing.
Right,
I don't
and-
like saying damage, but
right.
that's basically what it
But
is.
when I say that, a lot of times when you look at yourself as damaged or anything, you're ashamed to admit that you have something going on. And that's what I want to get away from, looking at it in a negative light. You have trauma, and trauma causes different type of damage. But we don't want to look at ourselves as damaged. I don't want you to see yourself as damaged goods or anything like that. You just have trauma that you have to deal with, and that's okay. And we have to let each other know that it's okay. I can't continue to make fun of So because he's XYZ.
Bald head.
Yeah. and do the
Motherfucker, that ain't trauma. Kiss my black ass.
It
Especially,
is trauma because
It
on
is because you
the
dead.
Gregorian calendar, you a 30-year-old bald head.
Especially when
Like a
you ain't never
28-year-old
seen
bald head,
this
man.
motherfucker without a hat on.
It's on
So
my
you
OnlyFans-
need to
it's
shut your ass
it's on
up.
my OnlyFans
What you
page.
need to do.
you know trouble.
I got a handful of videos on my
America,
OnlyFans
here's
page
what I
of me
want y'all
just
to
taking
do.
my
I
hat
want
off.
y'all to flood the comments and ask Trouble to take his fucking hat off. Talk
Tap
about
into my
LL
OnlyFans.
Cool
Hey,
J.
come on my OnlyFans page. Oh look on Snapchat or add me
Happy
on
New
Snapchat.
Year.
I got my shit off all the time on Snapchat.
But
It's good to admit that. Everything but the kitchen sink. What's her name?
Natasha, what's up, baby?
Natasha. What's going on? She said, I know I have trauma. She also says, however, I have gone through counseling and tackled it so that I can be the best version of myself. And you know what? We need to make that normal. We need to normalize getting counseling because
Yeah.
it's hard to deal with it on your own.
Yeah.
And when you're around other people who have trauma and the only thing they do is just throw their negative
Yeah.
stuff
Well,
on you.
people want to hold on
People
to.
don't like counseling because I'm letting this
Well,
person I
yeah,
don't even know all
we-
up in
we
my
have-
I
business
was
and
just
shit.
for
we
to
have
say
an
that.
unhealthy
Hey,
relationship
You need a
with
neutral
that
person.
realm of life.
Look, this is the monkey wrench in the shit, and not to even like so we can get off this trauma shit because that wasn't a topic, but
Right.
it's the monkey wrench of the game is that you're going seeking healing from a motherfucker who's probably broken too. So it's kind of
But they're still,
No,
they're
they're-
still
so a nigga
neutral.
like me. Look, let me give you from my perspective, right? Like I said, how I feel like everybody's broken. Like not broken, but I said
Everybody
nobody's
has
healed.
trauma that they haven't.
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
nobody's healed. Nobody's learned how to properly heal, right? You can't learn how to heal in a fucking book. Like, there's no proper way. I think it's more of a feeling thing versus a motherfucking like a a book or instructions.
Check
like
off the list type.
Yeah, like yep, I've had my nap. Yep, I've had water. Yep, I've eaten some today. I've talked to my mom about
checklist that you got to.
Yeah, like
and
check. I'm healed.
Okay, God, that reticence
yeah,
right
so
there. That
that's the
reticence
monkey
right
wrench.
there is the reason why we have certain, bad relationships with words like therapy and psychology.
That's not why.
It is.
That's not why.
But
That's your opinion. That's not why.
Right. Just
You're
like
speaking like it's
so
fact,
just
but
so
that's-
just
that's
like you gave
that's
your opinion, here's mine. I'll say this. There are techniques, like whether you want to say they were created in the lab or whatever, there are like literally techniques that have been
You were
prescribed,
technically
described.
wrong, nigga. You're wrong right now.
Let him have.
But
No, let's go to the next question. I'm tired of talking about trauma. We talking about the new year.
for that-
Y'all bringing up
Let's last
2022
point.
trauma and
Except
shit.
for there are actual because this is exactly.
all right, you
Hold
got
on,
it, you got
bro,
it. All
This
right.
is exactly why we
Move it along.
we not moving along until we finish. This is why we actually wind up having an issue with things like therapy because we have a stigma about them. You don't want to sit on the couch and talk to somebody because you figure that this is somebody else telling you some shit that you could have figured out on your own.
That's not
But
what I
we
just said.
We
Okay,
already
okay.
come to the realization that we
Let's
can use
agree
the
to
help.
disagree and move on to the next
thing
question.
to be said. What you gonna stop doing?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop giving a fuck what other people think about me, because I find myself way too many times bite my tongue in situations where I should just say what the fuck I feel. Y'all think I say crazy shit on this motherfucking microphone? You should only see what goes on in my head. But I find myself altering what I'm going to say to sacrifice people's feelings in a lot of situations where I shouldn't do that, because I've always been a person in my big brother, or he my cousin, but I call him my big brother, and he brought this to my attention. We was having a conversation, and he was like, one of the main reasons why I love you and why I respect you so much is because you're not afraid to tell me when I'm wrong, or just to be blatantly honest with me. A lot of motherfuckers, depending on the level of respect they have for you, the level of admiration they have for you, they'll bite their tongue in certain situations where they should just tell you what the fuck is up. You know what I'm saying? I've never been one of the motherfuckers. Like, everybody be like, yeah, they be like, how's this picture? Nigga, oh yeah, it's nice. Me, I'm over there like, it's not really that good. And I'm the one nigga that usually be like, bro, it's not that good, bro. That shit right there, it look, no.
Now you're the bad guy. Like, you're the
Yeah,
hater
and
shit,
I see, but that's my thing. I've allowed social media, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll put up a post, people disagree, come try to, you know what I'm saying, be argumentative because I don't agree with the general consensus of what certain shit should be. So I found myself altering my opinion, not necessarily because it made me feel better, but just because, like, look, to save for the sake of argument.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Tory
then-
shot that bitch. All right.
Yeah, not so much of altering your opinion, but I feel you, because it's like I will alter my involvement. I will
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
say
involvement in a
something.
conversation or involve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit that I will post, and because of my opinion, like I have a very unpopular opinion about a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's situations that go on. But because
Yeah.
of the status quo of the general population of people and the way that they are pushing the ways, I mean, you look some kind of way by bucking the system, and yeah, so.
Yeah,
I
I
feel
get
him
it.
on that. I feel, but see, I'm not. You know what I mean? My thing is this: I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. Right?
Man.
I dig that. Now,
That's,
the one
that's a
thing,
great quote right there.
the thing
That's
that
great.
I would say, I've never really, especially with social media, that I don't even like consider that with regards to communication. Although I know that's a big form of communication with
Facts.
people, but a lot of times, I don't think that I've never really been one to really bite my tongue about anything. Not the thing that I've come to realize, and maybe this is something that I might need to find a way to change how I tell you what I'm thinking. Now,
That's big.
what
and
I'm
especially
what I'm
because of the
saying is
platform
gonna be
of-
what I'm saying.
And then especially because, like, speaking on in my situation, I'm sure trouble in certain situations as well. On social media, right? Everything
Right.
has become more restricted.
Man, they so
has.
You
sensitive.
can't say anything.
Man.
Like, on top of the crowd.
That's what keep me in
bucking
jail.
to get you. You fuck around and lose your page and shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
And a
and
person
it's
like
not
me,
worth
like
it.
this is part of my business, my livelihood. So I don't want to.
That shit's
turn,
a matter
have
of
that turn
agenda,
on.
and it
Yeah.
sucks that it's that way.
It sucks that
Yeah.
it's that way.
But
That's,
it's-
that's, the
and
way-
man,
that's part of the way how they control.
Also,
us, you know what I'm saying?
it is also in that vein. That's one of the reasons. I'll put it this way: as a result of that fact, it hasn't altered me giving my opinion, but you definitely have to frame.
You have to water
your
it down sometimes.
I'm not even gonna say
Yeah, but
water it down. I'm just
yeah.
gonna say
I'm
frame
gonna
it.
say
Sugar,
that.
sugarcoat that shit a little
I
bit.
do, because you know how many times since I've been in Facebook jail so many times, and I'm like, I don't even say bad stuff. I just speak my mind. I'll go in and I'll be like, man, that stuff was messed up. I can't believe people act like that. And then I'll be like, nope, just leave with that was messed up.
Yeah.
Don't say all that other stuff, because somebody gonna get sensitive, or Facebook gonna say,
Facts.
oh, you talking about people, or you Billy. Like, oh my God. Like, no, like, I'm just giving my opinion. And real quick, Natasha, everything but the kitchen sink says, I am going to stop eating so many darn Oreo cookies. Girl, Oreo cookies, just go ahead and eat it.
Yeah, you gonna get a big neck.
Inside joke, real quick. Natasha, everything but the kitchen sink. Leg quarters. Ask her if she gonna eat them. She's not. That y'all don't get it. She just rest assured she's somewhere
Some
in the
people-
world cracking the fuck
Leg
up.
quarters.
Okay.
Yeah, she has an unhealthy fear of those.
That
But-
is funny.
But
It's the best part of the chicken.
I
Hey,
love
man.
all of the
I
chicken.
love them thighs.
I love the
boy.
Neither
titties,
here
the
nor
thighs, all
3,
that.
4 of them motherfuckers.
Mark, what are you planning on
When it comes to
stopping?
chicken, I'm a lesbian.
Stopping.
Please hurry up and give us something before we have to address that shit that Happy just said.
Let's be on.
You know,
This guy.
even though I've already scaled back on it, but even more so, I'm gonna stop reacting to things. Like when people want to push your buttons, they want to say and do things to coerce you to a response out of you. Stop responding when people want you to type shit. Like I'm not about to
Give
allow
them the
you
reaction
to
that they're looking for.
get the reaction that you're looking for. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
And responding, just that, because I've noticed even a couple of times recently when people say shit, and I look at them, and I feel the old me and shit, the lava, I feel the lava coming up,
Yeah.
but I'm like, yeah, I didn't spew this time, I didn't erupt and shit, like I'm
You
getting
feel
back on
good
something.
too
Yeah, I
when you
feel-
do that.
yeah,
You be
know what I
like,
mean?
yeah.
It's just like, I'm not about to fight every battle every time, I'm not about to check everything that I peep, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you know what?
And that's like, it take too much energy for that. Like, I'm gonna let people believe what they want to believe, let them think what they want to think. Like, I'm not about to try to, convince you of anything otherwise. If that's what you believe, then go ahead and
Yeah,
think what
I'm
you
getting
believe.
better at that. But there are still certain people in my life that may say certain things, and I'm gonna jump stupid the minute they do. But that's because, well, I guess they're just closer to me, and they know better how to push the buttons.
I used to have
And I got to
this-
learn how to stop doing that.
I used to have this thing about not wanting to be, misunderstood or feel like you ain't gonna get me fucked up. Everybody gonna have the correct, but no, it ain't my job to, keep you,
Because
that's-
people still gonna misunderstand
People
you.
still
People,
gonna
people still gonna say whatever they want to say about you. So just be happy with who you are and try to be your best version of you every day.
The one thing that I'm gonna stop doing, and I literally had to sit and think about this. I'm gonna stop rushing into relationships.
You just gotta stop being a slut, everybody.
No, I didn't say that. I said I'm gonna stop rushing into relationships.
What relationship?
Any kind of relationship. I'm the type of person. I don't just go around calling everybody my friend, but
Right.
I am the type of person that off rip, I'm gonna give you benefit of the doubt until you give me a reason not to, which will allow me to find myself further along in a friendship, or what may be considered a friendship, or an acquaintance, or a relationship, an actual relationship, than perhaps I was ready to go at the moment that I was ready to go. So I'm gonna take my time with those types of things. That's the one thing I'm gonna stop doing. Try to stop doing.
Well, amen.
Uh,
Look, amen. Good job.
moving forward,
She said, no, not the leg quarters.
yeah, that's
She
my
said-
girl, man.
She said, now the reacting one is good. I need to stop giving people the reaction they want, and good point. She gave
Yeah.
eyeballs. I'm assuming she gave eyeballs to my comment.
I'm almost certain.
Probably.
I'm almost certain. What's something that you're gonna start doing?
Ooh, that's another
Something
good
that
one.
you weren't doing that you like, yeah, I need to really get on this.
Shit. I think just how can I say this? Just acting on all of the things that I say that I want to do in my head. You know what I mean? The ideas, or even when it comes to or doing things when I know that I'm supposed to do it.
No
You know
more
what I'm saying?
procrastination.
Procrastinate. You know what I mean? Even when it comes to like, I hate this one, man, but like folding the fucking laundry as soon as they get about their goddamn.
Yeah, I'm never getting to that point.
I did that. I did that for the
I'm
first
never
time
getting to
a
that
couple
point.
of days ago, because I usually don't. Not when it first come out. I pulled it out the dryer, and I went upstairs and folded it. Yeah.
Good job, y'all.
Because that's part of the reason why, like, I
got
don't.
two loads that both of y'all could,
No,
team
hell
up.
no. I don't need
No,
no
thank you.
motherfucking. I don't need no extra work.
No, thank you. What else, Mark? Nothing.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, yeah, because that just makes everything junky when you got clothes baskets all
It-
over
it
the
does.
room and shit.
Yeah.
It just,
You'd be surprised. That's it's little, but that's big.
It is big.
That is.
Because
Yeah,
them
but
clothes
then-
pile
but
up
then
quick.
Even in business, you know what I mean, just being sharper and close and doing everything that I know that I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? It's just I guess what does it want to say? Not leaving loose ends. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Making everything, doing everything,
Crossing
completing
your
everything,
T's and dotting your I's.
shit like
Yeah.
that.
Trouble. What's something that you gonna start doing?
I think I need to start spending more time with my family. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
that's always.
you
a
know what I'm
good
saying?
thing.
Like people that you love, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I think like the average motherfucker don't cherish life like how you supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Like we all have our own opinions or ideals of how you should live life, but I don't think. Well, I would speak to myself. I don't think I cherish life as much as I should, because a lot of motherfuckers don't until you lose somebody.
I was just about to say, like,
The minute somebody
I was just
gone,
about to say.
man, then all of a sudden you
Start
want to
doing
hug all your
the
family
things
members.
that you do right after the person passed, or
Yeah.
your family.
Living like that on a
living
daily.
like that, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
because life is short, man, and it has so many moments of where it's a constant reminder.
Man, we
Even
have
as-
constant reminders of that
every day, bro.
Every day.
Every day, man. Every
Yeah.
day.
Every
Every
day.
day. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen so many rest in peace posts
Man, I'm so
from
sick of
going
recipes.
New Year's
I mean,
Eve into New Year's
the-
Day. I'm talking about.
I was
You know
about
what?
to say the new year just started, and it's
What?
just
So
like,
many deaths.
You know what I mean?
Speaking
Rest
of
in peace,
which,
Gangsta Boo, man.
I was just about to say that. That's something that we didn't even
Yeah,
touch
gangsta
on.
book. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's take a
Gangsta
real pause for the cause to say rest in peace to Gangsta Boo. And yeah, I agree with everything that you're saying about cherishing family, spending more time
Yeah.
with them, and realizing that the next moment is not promised.
It's not from.
Facts, because we get caught up, especially with younger people in our lives. We get caught up chasing a bag and working and
You know what?
focusing on
Yeah.
our careers. And I've noticed that a lot, especially with I got a lot of female friends on Facebook, and I noticed that a lot with them. Like that's all they talk about. Oh, I'm finna go get my CNA. I'm finna go get my CPA and my this, that, third, and this, that, the third, and this, and this. I just did a 16-hour shift. I just did da 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 da. And it's cool to have the money, but you failing to forget. Like that's not life. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
not
Like
life.
to live, just to work, just to
And to
make
make
money,
money,
to live,
to
to
do
be able to
what?
live. You know, like
Yeah.
I want to get out. I'm a workaholic. So I want to get out of the habit of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do
You want to live.
12, 13,
Yeah.
14 easy with my eyes closed. It's like second nature to me almost. So I want to get away from that. I want to get away from the working shit and get back to just living and loving and you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Enjoying my life in that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I had this conversation I was saying is in my life is the biggest or the most or the greatest memories I have wasn't in moments where I was on top of the world and on a financial aspect. Those seem to be some of my more miserable moments because I had a lot of money and not a lot of time.
Right.
So it was like, yeah, you got time, but you got money, but you ain't got the time to spend it. And you can't spend it with the people you want to spend it with because a lot of motherfuckers get tired of sitting around playing number 2 and number 3. Like, yeah, I know this nigga love me, but that nigga gonna go to work. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I heard a conversation, somebody brought that up, especially with relationships, because when it come to me and like relationships, it's always that for me. Like career is always number 1, getting money, getting up, going to work. If I don't do shit else, I don't give a fuck. We can get shit faced right now. If all y'all decide to break out and do some crazy shit in this motherfucker, I don't know what everybody's habits are in their personal life. I don't give a fuck what happens. I'm going to get up tomorrow morning and go to work. If nothing else, you know what I'm saying? But I spend a lot of time, a lot of my life in that habit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I want to get away from that and just get back to just chilling, enjoying family, man, enjoying people I love and being in that kind of circle.
About you? What about
That's
you,
right.
Happy?
I'm gonna get to me. I'm just gonna go to the comments real quick. Natasha, everything but the kitchen sink said, I am going to start doing more self-care and more reading. That's always excellent. Mr. Moral Support said, I'm working on being more fly than I was last year.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
that's cool too. Mine is a little bit of both of what y'all said. I'm gonna start just doing it. You know, I hold myself, I limit myself because I don't like to just, in my mind, I'm like, I never done that before. I can't do it. But this year, I'm like, just do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just do it. Try it. See, you know, and then if you don't do it right the first time, that's okay.
Yeah.
Try it again if it's something I really want to do. That's okay. And then spending time, like you said, when my friend Letitia passed away
Yeah.
on the 19th, that effed me up.
Yeah.
And I promise you, even though I lost, this is my third consecutive year losing a girlfriend, and I'm only 45. That's it. I don't know. It's her death out of all the deaths, even though I was close to the other two, it shook me. And I mean, I'm picking up the phone. I'm calling people because I'm horrible at that. Mm-hmm. Not because you're not on my mind or you're not on my heart.
Me too.
I'm just horrible at that.
Me too.
I noticed I've been doing that more, and I plan on doing more of that. I plan on visiting people more because I don't know when I'm gonna get that phone call or, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And I'm like, you all mean the world to me, so I need to start showing that more.
Yeah.
For me, last year, I went through that season. I lost a couple of, 3 actually, real good friends, and all under the age of 50. Mm-hmm. The thing that really, what it made me do was start focusing more on my own personal health. Not in some, like, I don't want to be next, although that is a facet of it.
Right.
But just realizing, again, life is not promised. You rip, you run, you work, you play, drink, you smoke. You don't take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You could be right there where your man's is.
Yeah. And not because you was in an accident, just because you ain't been taking care of yourself.
And the crazy thing is, growing up where we grew up, my one homeboy grew up right down the street on 7 in Buffalo. We went through so much shit. When I say through, just living in Detroit, went through so much shit. The fights, shootouts, getting shot at, and a bunch of, not putting myself out there like that, like I was wild as fuck, but never got grazed by none of that.
Mm-hmm. Praise God.
And then to have a matter of health be the thing to take you out.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bullet. It was bacon. That kind of thing.
Right.
And I had a homeboy
You know what I mean?
last year. Stayed in the projects off of right there by the precinct off of Nevada. Mm-hmm. He was my age, a year younger than me, I believe, and he just passed out. Right.
Wow.
Went to the hospital, when they took him to the hospital, and he passed away. And find out he had diabetes and didn't even know it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and as we talk about it, well, we started to show off talking about DeMar Hamlin. This brother's in
Cardiac arrest.
What we would assume to be the finest shape of anybody that we all know. And literally,
I mean, it was kind of injury induced, but at the same time,
I mean, just me looking at it, the play that occurred, that was just a regular play. It wasn't a hit to the head. It wasn't, something super traumatic. It was a regular play. It happens a million times.
But what they
every Sunday.
said when this is what I heard. When he got hit, it was almost like, I guess how his heart was beating, and at the impact of it, it just kind of caused that reaction. And you don't have to. You can be in great shape and still have underlying issues that you don't know about. We've seen it happen many times before. Yeah. But as what you're saying, I seen a post earlier that said, if we don't take care of the bodies that we have, where are we gonna live? Yeah. I seen that today, and it's like, well, hell, yeah, because this is your body, this is your temple, this is where you reside as a spiritual being. Mm-hmm. So if you don't take care of that and it shuts down.
Yeah, I think you just gotta, in that instance, or in that essence, you gotta just kind of take care of what's important to you, because I know motherfuckers that you could be vegan and do this and do that and work out 2 hours a day and go here and do this and drink this and don't do that and die in a car accident. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's all of, you got to just kind of live life in your way, what you consider it to be.
You definitely have to. You got to definitely live life.
Have to live life.
Nobody want to die in sickness, obviously.
Right.
You know
and what I'm saying, it's probably not a good idea while you're living your life to literally
just
abuse the only body that you have.
And that's the point, because just like we said, accidents happen and you can die in an accident. Yeah. But if you, just like he said, I done survived a whole lot of stuff. I can go through it. But for me to survive all of that and then just die because
the diabetes,
right? And I know some people
something that you can actually control.
Hypertension,
stuff that nigga Tracy Morgan said, you don't want that foot. That's that sugar.
That's that sugar.
You don't want that foot.
Yeah, and we have to, once again, even going back to the mindset that we were talking about earlier. You got to change your mind about it all. You got to change your mind about how you eat, how you think about eating, how you think about exercise, how you think about certain things. It's certain things I won't do because in my mind that's exercise. But I love to dance. You know what I'm saying? But that's still exercise.
Well, everything. I mean, it all
if
starts
you're
in the mind,
moving,
no
it's
sex is exercise.
It's exercise.
Also exercise.
Right.
So I ain't going to the gym, but I ain't gonna go fuck 3 times.
You ain't doing that in the gym, brother.
At all.
Just don't do the ugly girl first.
Now you gonna get to keep your membership at. The ugly girls.
The one thing that I'm going to start doing, I actually already started. I started on New Year's. I am going to take steps, and it's a little thing. I'm going to take steps to try and get folks on board with ending gender warfare. I literally. And by gender,
what the hell is gender
by gender warfare, here's what I mean. You can go on social media right now. Hear me out. You can go on social media right now, and you can find a dude who's made a bunch of dudes who've made posts straight up bashing women. Women don't do this and they shouldn't do that and blah blah. Vice versa, you can find a bunch of women who have make men ain't shit, blah blah blah. Niggas this, the motherfuckers that. That's gender warfare. That's what I call it. And actually, I didn't coin the phrase. It's something that I heard. I thought it was interesting, and it's a whole.
So how do you end it?
So this is what I've started doing.
This is your campaign.
Yeah, this is my movement. This is what I've started doing. I start posting videos daily. My page. There's some on the Face of Music page.
I seen it.
Just reaffirming to sisters that the brothers love them.
Okay.
And every day, sisters, we love you. I want you to hear it. Because you could go on social media every day and hear a nigga telling you what you're doing wrong and why you ain't shit and women this and men that and so forth and so on. And encouraging people to do the same thing.
Somebody asked me to record a video like that. I forget one of my Facebook friends. It might be the girl who made that page. But, yeah, somebody had asked me to submit it.
I'll give you some game on that subject. If you want to end gender warfare, all you got to do is convince people to take their value out of money, because the entire reason why men and women beef is over money. It's like it's been like a silent competition. So if we get back to valuing each other and loving each other and loving, taking care, like focusing on home and that kind of shit,
I agree with you.
I laugh because I just had a thought like, shoot, I'm glad that's why I'm happy, because I'm broke.
Man, I'm telling you, Hey, I swear to, and I just spoke to that though. I told you, I said, hey, when some of my greatest memories in my life wasn't when I was getting money.
Right.
It was when
It's
when
hard
you
out
broke.
here for a
Hey, it's
pimp.
fun, you know.
all of those.
And I'm
You make
only
the
a
best out
pimp
of
in
it,
my.
nigga.
I'm only a pimp in my
I'm
own
talking about me and my
mind, so-
cousins lined up. We in the bathroom taking. We had a with a pot of hot water. We them motherfucker in the tub, dumping that shit over our heads.
I've been there before too.
Man, I'm just saying, but if we learn how to take our value out of money and start putting it into people and
Not things.
not
Yeah.
things,
Sure.
you know what I'm saying? I think it'll
Sure.
be.
Well,
Sure that.
unfortunately, it's time to wrap it up, y'all.
Yeah.
I got one last
This
thing.
been good.
Yeah,
I
I got
like
one
it.
last thing that I want us to do, and we can make this short.
What it is?
We done talked about things we want to stop doing. We done talked about things that we want to start doing. Give me one thing real quick that you know for sure. Damn it, I'm keeping this the same. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
My self-esteem.
Self-esteem, trouble, something that I don't give a shit what nobody say. You keeping this shit the same.
Ouch.
I'm gonna stay in trouble.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna stay dangerous.
She gonna stay in trouble.
I'm gonna stay in Facebook jail.
on the
And if Mark starts Zuckerberg, and I'll make another page.
Mark,
on the
Black Mark.
path.
With something that you gonna keep it the same. You gonna give a fuck what nobody say. This you gonna keep the same.
Shit, my mindset, my opinions, you know what I'm saying, the way I think.
You gonna keep that the same? You're not gonna grow at all.
Well,
He talking about at all.
I'm just trying to understand.
She said,
well,
not gonna grow
it
at all.
just, I guess my thought process, I'll say that. I'll just, you know,
Okay.
You saying you're not gonna let nobody
I'm
alter?
not gonna let,
Yeah.
not gonna
Fair
let
enough.
Jehovah Witness me into believing what they want me to
Right.
believe.
You ain't gonna get brainwashed.
You believe in Jehovah's
That
return?
don't mean I'm not open to, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
shit
Okay.
like this, you know. So,
Well,
You.
now it's time to
I'm
say
not.
goodbye to all our
Well,
Negro
it's your
friends.
business, so that's it.
And
You
I
didn't
want
say what
to,
yours
Pull a
was.
shade down on a nigga. Whoop.
all I want to say is this: it's a new year, unofficially. Make the changes you find necessary, and happy. I didn't forget the one thing that I'm gonna keep on doing.
It's screwing other men's wives. Yes.
The other thing that I'm gonna keep on doing. If you need to be told fuck you, I'm gonna tell you fuck you. This has been Face the Music.
So you're not gonna be sleeping with other men's wives?
I thought he was gonna say something about the Lions.
7 Mile Radio.